Now, to finish your sock, turn it inside out. And you'll see all the messy ends. Oh, and that reminds me, there was a place in this sock where I had a knot in the skein, and I had to switch in the color after the knot. And what you can do is just go ahead and start, cut off the knot and then go ahead and start knitting with the other side of that. And it's never a good idea to allow a knot in your socks. I won't join them with any of the fancy magic knots or anything like that, because if it comes loose, you've got nowhere to go. You've got nothing to help you repair it. You've got no length, and it'll just ruin the sock. Also, you don't want a knot or any kind of thickness in the foot of the sock, because it would just make it miserable to wear, kind of like the princess and the pea. You would have that thickness under your foot. So I'm always careful that the foot of the sock has no ends woven in or anything. I'll take my ends to the top of the sock. So here's my foot, and I can tell because there's my heel. And I'll take all my ends that need to be woven in to the other side to weave them in. Because on the top of the sock, across the top of your foot, it won't bother you. So what I like to do is cut off my ends so they're about 5 inches, and then thread them onto a tapestry needle and weave them back and forth in loosely. And I'll weave them never 2 at a time, but in 2 different places. Even though I have both of these ends coming from the same place, I'll weave them in on different rows so that they don't make too much of a thickness. The same way with the toe, I'll normally go round and round. And anywhere that there is an end left on the outside, for instance, on the heel, we left that end to the outside so we could find the end of our round. I just take a crochet hook, come in from the other side. Takes a little fancy footwork to find exactly where that is. But I come in from the other side and pull it back to the other side, to the wrong side. And weave it in there. The same way with your heel, be sure that you're weaving in up to the back, where the back of your foot, the back of your heel is, and not the bottom of your heel that you step on. That will annoy you. Weave your ends in securely, but not so tight that the sock won't stretch in that area. At the top of the sock here, that's kind of a special case. I'm going to get up close so I can show you how I like to finish that. So once you've finished your sock, you'll notice at the top edge that you have these nice little loops all the way around the sock, except for right here. The loops actually start over here and they end over there. So it gives you this jagged little edge that doesn't meet up. So what I like to do is cut the yarn, put it on a tapestry needle, and come from the outside to the inside in the last loop that you see, which would be that one there, going through the both arms at the top of the loop, from the outside to the inside. Then I go back in, right in the middle of that stitch where the yarn comes from. And when I pull it together nice and tight, you can see that then I have continuous loops rather than, and that jagged edge that I had is gone. It's a nice meeting. Then your weave-in ends back and forth along this edge here. Just take it on down. Gives you a nice finish on that upper edge.